our way over here with our next guest, who is making us his coconut curry braised mussels with an acorn squash risotto. If that doesn't say fall, I don't know what does. Please welcome back the co-owner of Preux Proper restaurant in Los Angeles, the executive chef, our good friend, Sammy Monsour. Welcome back.
Oh, it is so good to be back.
So good to have you here. Every time you're here, we eat so well.
You know it's been 2 years.
I can't believe it. Sammy!
We messed up and opened another restaurant, and
now
then we got too busy.
Now we can't book you.
Right,
It's difficult to get a resi at the restaurant. It's difficult to get you here. So we're going to start this dish.
Yes.
We're going to get started immediately because it takes about 30 or 35 minutes. But
Yes,
for the sake of time, it's only going to take us about 6.
Yes.
Marissa, LZ, and Orly are already digging in. So we start with your coconut curry, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
A coconut curry mussels with risotto it's an interesting.
Well, rice and curry go great together, but why not do risotto?
Right.
And layer in more flavors. They also take around the same amount of time to cook.
Okay, which is good. So we can start
we would start them at the same time. We got some risotto that's already been working just to help us out, but
we're going to start with our curry.
Yeah, the curry is what is so warm and cozy.
Okay.
All right.
So we start with coconut oil.
There's coconut oil. So yeah, look, I fell in love with this idea of if you're going to do a coconut curry, why not sweat the aromatics in coconut oil and season with coconut sugar and just really get it super coconutty.
So all the layers. Here you go, honey, if you need that.
Appreciate that.
So that was garlic you just put in?
Onions, garlic, ginger.
Oh, ginger, yes, of course.
Ginger. No, we just keep going toward that autumnal cozy, right? Some fresh turmeric.
Turmeric, oh my goodness.
It is very good.
What is this?
Really fresh.
Lemongrass.
Lemongrass.
Yeah, and if you're like me and you're gonna buy lemongrass at the grocery store, just take one stalk out of the whole bunch.
Why?
You're never going to use it
Because you're never gonna use it all, and it's like 25 cents.
Exactly. Exactly. What's the point?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
All right.
So we're gonna sweat this down for how long?
Sweat it out till it gets really super aromatic and the onions are translucent.
Okay.
That's kind of the definition of a sweat.
So 6 minutes, 7 minutes?
It depends. This is enameled cast iron, and we're kind of on medium high, so I think we could probably get there in 3 minutes.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. So we do that. Then we're going to add the coconut milk as another layer, or are we going in with this
I like
now?
to sweat my curry.
Why? Why do you sweat the curry?
Well, a lot of these spices, this is my curry seasoning that I learned how to make from a Jamaican woman when I was cooking in New York.
Wow.
So this is actually a Jamaican curry.
Oh.
Which makes a lot of sense because of the spice trade.
Ooh, yeah. That's nice.
But it's a really warming curry, so lots of cinnamon, cumin, allspice.
Oh, that tastes like the fall.
Fenugreek. The fenugreek is what kind of gives it that sweet, musty, like coziness. So sweat that out. The oil and the coconut just kind of brings out the flavor.
Okay. And then the coconut milk.
Yes.
So we have coconut oil, we have coconut milk, we have so many layers.
Coconut sugar.
Coconut sugar. It just keeps going and going.
All that said, I mean, there's obviously a lot of coconut products going in there, but it's coconut-y, but not too much. It's not like, it doesn't overpower the flavor, so it's great.
Yes.
It really just sort of accents all the spice you're putting in there.
Exactly.
Is the coconut
seasoning
milk
in layers.
the kind like in the can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
But there's a
and
difference
there's
between
really
coconut milk and coconut water, so don't be confused.
some golden raisins.
Yeah. There you go.
True. Yeah, there's really good coconut milk that you can get in a can.
Right.
And it's going to be consistent year-round.
So that was just golden raisins.
Personally, I just like always just kind of navigate toward organic when it comes to canned things.
Sure.
Because I know that for $1 more, it's going to definitely taste good versus I spent all this time doing this and then it doesn't taste good because of the canned product I put on.
Right, correct. I agree.
So a cinnamon stick.
Nice.
If you like some habanero, which is kind of also kind of pulling from that Jamaican style curry.
Sure. I looked at that. I thought that was shaved carrots. So big difference between habanero and shaved carrots.
You don't have to put it in there. Yeah, but if you like spicy, it's
So you want that to really reduce down and come together for about 30 minutes, right?
Yeah. So in the meantime, you're doing your risotto.
Okay. So while you're doing the risotto, though, we drop the mussels in for how long? You want the mussels to go in for a second.
3, 4, 5 minutes.
So quick, right?
Yeah. So let's get this up to a simmer first.
Okay, bring it up to
if you don't
simmer.
mind.
There
Is
you
that the
go.
one?
That's it. Yeah, you're
All
right.
right.
So
Yep.
while that simmers over here, we'll finish our risotto, and that's just with some more stock.
So the risotto, that's where you like kind of get that like American, super classic autumn thing going. There's acorn squash. There's some brown butter sage.
This is amazing.
It's amazing. I'm finished.
And just the arborio rice.
Arborio rice.
And then butter.
Yep. And you just cook it in layers. You keep stirring it.
Yeah, exactly.
You get it till it's al dente, right?
The key to the risotto is really sticking by the risotto, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Low and slow.
Gently seasoning layer by layer. Like I always just put a little whisper of salt in every time I add some stock.
Okay.
Because you don't want to like add so much salt right away that anything becomes too salty.
Right. It's much easier to put in more at the end than to take away. So in the meantime, just for the sake of time, I'm going to put these mussels in here. And like you said, just 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, right.
And do you want them covered?
Such a good sound.
Yes.
So you want to cover them? And
Cover
here's our
'em.
swap. Oh, now look at that. That's simmering. So let's move that back over there. So then
It
we
smells so good.
So good.
Every time you add the salt too, you should add more butter to the risotto.
always.
I like that.
I think you should always add more butter no matter what.
Absolutely.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh,
just
look at
mount in
that
the butter.
Yeah.
So a
Which
lot of
is
these
very
steps
important.
can be sort of overlapping, right? Like you can have the risotto going while you're kind of sweating the. Is that the idea? Like you start out, and then mussels don't take long at all once they're in there.
Absolutely, brother. If you get comfortable with kind of cooking a few things, you know, at once, multitasking, which I think a lot of people at home do, then you can make a really fabulous restaurant-style dinner in under 30 minutes.
And it is key, by the way. We got to put these on here too. It is key. I guess you'd probably bring them over here. If you're working in a restaurant, to make sure everything's coming out at the same time.
That's a great
I mean, because
point.
if you're going to do
how do they
this,
do
That's
that?
really
how do
hard.
you guys do that?
For starters, that's really hard, and that's why at Preux Proper we don't do that.
Okay.
We're like, hey, it comes out when it comes out.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
Absolutely. No,
All right, well,
seriously,
It's worth
but
waiting
I think
for. Let me tell you something. This is
family
absolutely
style.
delicious.
family style. That's
Please.
right.
Delicious.
Yeah, dig in.
Oh my gosh.
Debbie, have a taste.
Woo, Sammy.
And as always, everybody watching, I wish you could smell and taste this. It's so good, but you can at home. The full recipe, visit hallmarkchannel.com. And of course, you can connect with Sammy on his website. Look at it. Look at him go. Look at him go.
Put it
Look at him go.
I
know
feel like
Debbie
we have
can't
to
wait
take a
taste it.
picture before we
Have a
eat it.
taste.
You didn't